Good morning, students. Today we will continue the same chapter number 10, Colonialism, Rural and Tribal Society. Today we will discuss about the growth of commercial crops. In previous lecture, as I told you about the different methods to collect taxes from farmers by the Britishers, they use different methods like Mahalwadi system, Zamindari system, Retwadi system, etc. But they wanted to gain more and more profit. They wanted maximum profit by the farmers. So those goods which were in great demand in Europe, farmers were forced by the Britishers, of course, to grow these crops which were in great demand in Europe. Then agriculture raw material was purchased at very low prices and sent to the England. These raw material were used by the Britishers in England to produce finished products. Then the finished products were brought back to India and sold at very high prices. Have you understand what I am saying to you? Again, I tell you that Britishers purchased raw material from India at very low rate and they brought finished product from the England and sold at very high price to earn more and more profit. That was the trick used by the Britishers in India. So there were so many cash crops like indigo, cash crops, or we can say commercial crops, which were sold in the market to earn more and more profit. So different cash crops like indigo, cotton, opium, sugarcane, paper, tea, etc., which were introduced by the Britishers. Now these cash crops were produced by farmers for the Britishers, because Britishers forced Indian farmers to grow these crops. Now I will tell you few examples of these cash crops. First of all, I want to discuss about the opium. Opium, Britishers wanted to smuggle and sell opium to China so that they can earn huge profit. My dear student, at that time opium was banned by the Chinese emperor, but Britishers sold opium illegally in China and earned huge profits. Now, second cash crops, indigo, neil. We can say neil in Hindi. I think you all know about neil, which is used for dye clothes. You can ask your mother also, she tell you. Now, so indigo was in great demand in the textile industries of Britain. As you know, industrial revolution was started in Britain. Means number of industries were introduced by the Britishers in Britain. So the peasants were forced to cultivate indigo plants to extract blue dye, but company paid the very less to or low prices of indigo to the farmers. It means again Britishers purchased indigo at very low prices. Now next one is sugarcane. Same, the demand of sugar was very high in European countries. So to fulfill the demands of sugar and earn more profit, Britishers forced farmers to grow sugarcane. Earlier, Indian farmers produced gur or jaggery for local requirement, but now they were forced to produce thickened sugarcane juice for the sugar factories. And of course, Britishers paid very low prices. So these are the few examples. I tell you about the three examples: opium, indigo, and sugarcane. I hope you understand how Britishers purchased these items at very low rate from the farmers to earn more and more profit. Now, there are some commercial crops and places they were cultivated. I will tell you some commercial crops and state or places they were cultivated at the Britishers' time. First of all, opium. Opium was cultivated in Bengal, Bihar and Punjab. Indigo in Bihar and Bengal. Cotton, Gujarat, Maharashtra, MP. Tea, Assam, West Bengal and South India. Sugarcane, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, etc. Paper, Kerala, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andaman and Nicobar Island and Pondicherry, now Puducherry. So these are the commercial crops where they were cultivated in different areas, different places of India. And Britishers were forced to grow these commercial crops to earn more and more profit. Thank you and have a nice day.